Hi everyone, I'm MaxiBull.
And I'm AndyBear on the channel Private Investors Opportunities.
Today is 8th of October, and please look this video till the end. We have prepared again a secret recipe for today.
And first of all, how this financial system works quickly, American financial, but it's not only financial, as all developed countries, the same way, how it works, to understanding which way the market going soon. Okay, so I quickly sketch it, the system, how it's the Federal Reserve System, FRS, operating. So FRS, the generating money, the American government exchanging money to the bonds. It's also the some portion of the money goes to the banks, and banks investing into the market or lending money to the investors, private investors, or the hedge funds. So this is how its money origin comes from. It's before the debt ceiling, but remember, there is a debt ceiling, now it's lifted. And debt ceiling lifted. Before, when a debt ceiling lifted, Federal Reserve System generated huge amount of money to exchange to the huge amount of US government bonds. But now, FRS didn't really declare, so it's going to print more money than before. So it will be similar amount of money, or soon will be even less. So that all the money should go to the US government, because the debt ceiling lifted, and the US government issued lots of his government bonds to exchange on the money spent in the economy. So first of all, there's not an equal of existence money with huge US government bonds that issued, that will be issued soon. So it will be lots of government bonds and not much money, especially like it's money crunch now in the world. So what has happened? There is all the bonds, there is opposites, like it's a yield going up, the bonds price going down in opposite. So it's a price, it's bonds price going up, yield going down. So that's was before, because the Federal Reserve System before is purchased lots of bonds, so it's push the price up of the bonds. It means yield going down, and that's we had before. But now look, these yields will going up, no money for the banks, no money for the market, and if it's no money injected into markets on the highs, how the market can grow? There's a big question. And there's another question. If it's a debt ceiling lifted, where we find the money? Because even China now, it's a budget struggling, it's decreasing, and not many countries right now really wanna to purchase the American government bonds. There is the only one buyer in America, it was Federal Reserve System. So the yields, after the debt ceiling will lift it, yields will just rocket into the skies. As a result, it's hit all the high-tech shares and all like indexes. Debt ceiling lifting is like a guillotine for the market growth right now. Okay, back to Max.
Okay, thank you, Andy. And I will explain what future awaits us on a Taiwan Semiconductor. As I promised you 2 days ago, the price will bounce from the level of 107, and they go up to 125. So that is mostly because of the latest demand on the semiconductors. So semiconductors company, especially Taiwan Semiconductor company, they are growing currently, and they potentially can grow another 15%. So that was my initial forecast, which is shown with dotted line, and with the solid line is shown the actual forecast. There could be one more resistance level. That's a weak resistance level on the 116.97. But as we can see, price didn't see it. Price didn't see it all the way through. So it's potentially has very low strength, and more likely the price will break it through. So it's a good way to make to organize swings if you are trading swings like me. So seeing that the price made finished a full correction, so that means it will reverse, more likely to reverse. However, that's another break point in the middle, which is 50%, and the price make bounce of it. So I expect price going up to this position, and then it might have a choice to reverse. So, but until it happened, we're still clear. The way is clear, and I personally bought some shares of Taiwan Semiconductor, so expecting them to go higher. However, every day I move my stop under the previous candle, under the low of previous candle, so not to lose what I've earned.
It's very smart.
Very smart, very smart. I do that any time. So you see that in this exact share, every single candle close higher. So, and even if it's going uptrend, the low is higher than the low of the previous candle. When it go into reverse, the composition breaks. But what we need is to save what we earned and do not give it back to the market. That's what I do. So coming back to SPY, SPY is a favorite. Sorry. Okay, coming back to SPY. SPY is a well-known ETF, which has a maximum, the biggest capitalization on the market. And what the price wrote for us is the candle, which looks like a hammer, but the position of this hammer is higher above than the latest level of resistance, which is very strong. So I suspect the price will return here to all the way to the 444.84. So as it was, remember, it was a first resistance level we discussed 2 days before. So in my opinion, the price will continue going up, and at this point we will take a decision where price should go or not.
Okay.
So it will reverse on this level, or it's break it through and go up.
Okay, let me add my view. It's different view.
Yeah, please do, Andy.
So okay, so let me.
Andy loves white color. I know.
Yeah, we are different. So we can see we have here this shooting star. It's the candle shooting star. So what we've done, we filled the gap. You know, there is another tradition on the market. Every gap between candles must be filled, and this is filled perfectly. So we filled here the gap, we filled here the gap, and now this is a lonely star under 50 days moving average. So it's a really dangerous signal, and it's lonely star under 50 days moving average. What can it tells us? First of all, this unfilled the gap under the star. Secondly, we had here the one leg, and if you copy this leg below from here, this will be another leg. So we can change now its resistant line slightly different. It could be soon. We will find out after few maybe times we check it. But what we can see, so this here is also was resistant line, and will be oops, retracements. Now it's opposite way. It's just like a mirror. If you see this, from 2nd of September, it's just a mirror. It's pretty often how the movement, it's how it's the equity going up pretty similar. It's going down, but it's only like it's in mirroring its reflection. So that's what we had a lot. Look, see here. Is those lots of the bulls really wanted to buy, is very tempted to buy the shares, and eventually it is materialized his decision, especially also on a QQQ index. So you see this was a support line, it becomes resistance. The candle touched, also lonely candle, touched the resistance line. So what we're gonna see, we have before this line was a support line almost from beginner, and lots of investors like Pavlov's dog, they realized if it's touch resistance, a support line comes to the resistance line, and the resistance line was here. It was here. Now it's the same repeating pattern. Lots of buyers purchase it, but looks, let's volume, it's going less, and even on this shooting star, there's even less volume. So it means there is no volume, no buyers at this level really wanted to buy, and less people expecting is going up, especially today is the last day. Monday will be Columbus Day in America, so its market will be closed. So it means Tuesday. And after Tuesday, what's going on? What's going on? CPI. CPI coming on the market.
Okay, guys. Our forecast in S&P 500 that price reached the level at 4432. Then it might go down at least the same leg all the way to 4220. And first resistance is 4300.
Oh, let me show on the screen right now, guys. Okay, so we have a screen here. So the market touched this resistance level. This is a SP 500 futures. So the futures, there is more details, no gaps, because it's trading 23 hours a day. And this is our system with indicators. Soon we will tell you. So this was support line. So the support line has happened 1, 2, 3. So initial my forecast, I expected, so after it's the double touched, I expected before yesterday, the market will go through this support level. But because of it, so many bulls on the market, because the market manipulated, it's somebody decided to initially scare the bears. So look, you see, it was interesting composition. So the market actually 2 days ago, and it was 500 points on the Dow Jones. That's on the futures. They move pre-market. After it was like a normal correction, people expected, and bears expected, this will be kind of a congestion at the beginner and it will go follow through like it was before. But here, suddenly, this is just all these consolidations before the lunchtime. The banks may negotiate it, and the big traders negotiated what they're going to do, and robots. And they found there lots of short position on the market. So that's why I decided, okay, let's kick out of and make money from out short positions. And here, after the lunchtime in American time, they push the market coordinated. It's definitely 100% coordination of the banks hidden. So they push the market up to this level. And this was enough to trigger a trend. But it was a false trend because it's even triggered, it's a false mode. It's not really triggered by the real facts. There's no facts. It's actually a declaration. It's not enough. It's for the trend, nothing solved. Taking into account the previous, my explanation, how the money market works in America, you see there is a false rally. There is a false rally, and as a proof this is a rally is false, it was a flat top. You see the flat top, it means big money said, okay, enough, we touched, there will be no more no more bears on the market. Let's close position, make profit. So they made profit. It was actually a whole day, wasn't really small volumes, very small volume in previous days. And now we're here. It's morning time in Australian time, the morning time. So what do we have? It's one indicator already flipped. So we're here. And today we can come and touch again this line, especially before the holidays. It's really, really well. So it's 4,300, pretty good time. So I expecting, so I made that's also it's entered short position. From this top level, we're going down back again. So as I mentioned before, dead cat bounce twice. It's very rare, but it sometimes has happened. And from here, we go into here, and maybe that's expected because of Monday, it will be holidays. But people jittering, people are really nervous. What's going on in the next week? And the plus CPI expecting higher than previously. And we have a bonds, actually bonds, 10 years bonds going up. It's already went up and will go down. So when it gets reached this level, this it will close. I expecting it will close today. After Monday will be big gap here, and Tuesday will start trading from a gap down until the end of the week, because 18th of October, very crucial day, and we didn't really made really like a through a heavy drop. So how you can recognize like it's the correction movement finished? When everybody panicking. Everybody panicking, so will be heavy, but it's heavy, it's a move down, like it's really heavy. And that is could tells us signal of the coming reverse of the correction. So we didn't have before, like it's only one day, was really panicking day, but it was reversed up. It's pretty normal. At the beginning of the correction trend, this is just the first plunge of the equities buying back. It's typical. And from here we have here, so this is I expecting we'll stop here at overnight today. So this is our secret, and I have very, very high probability. We'll see how it's going on. So I betting for this my scenario, and will be big gap, and the Tuesday will be really with a gap opening, and will price follow through till 18. That's also very important because the traders and the banks wanted to push the senators to make right decision, and even it's also the force to the Federal Reserve System, maybe even changed his policy and say, okay, stop, we don't really taper in this year, we want to taper in next year, despite of inflation, blah, 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 blah. And it could be. But before we want to see, we will see, from my view, really heavy plunge over all the equities. And the deepest level, from my view, which we can see here, so it will be the first target, even about this one. There is 4,000. I can be next week up to this level. Nobody really believe it, but as it happened on the market, happened what nobody believes. So if it's the people that never believe, so it's going so high, it's really reached the high. People never believe, so it will be go low, it's will low. And also I would like to point attention, there's another one, there is also tradition. And what else I would like to show you? So this is a volume of a speculative position on SP 500 on the market. If you look at this graph, it's almost on the highest level since beginning of this year, and every time happened. When it's the highest level of the bulls, or like a long position on the top, it means this is the top of the bear position. It means we are on the bottom. So you see, it's pretty typical. Even though it's go up, See the 2018 year. All people concentrated on the long position, collapse. All people, the crowd that's concentrated on the short position, it was reverse. And now it's back again. So we are on its local, almost local top of it, and I expect it's when it's this week will close, we'll be on the local top of the bull position or long position, and this is another signal. So the market will go down. Max, I see it's your reaction. Yeah, it's a bull's very disappointed with my forecast.
Yes, actually, that's true. That's true. They're a bit disappointed. I'm thinking what to add in response, but I have currently no idea. I will think and tell you on Monday.
Yeah, we'll see what's going on.
Yeah, let's look how it goes. Okay, Andy, thank you very much. Thank you very much, guys, for listening and watching us. And don't forget to subscribe and put like on this video if you really loved it. So see you all guys on Monday.
My pleasure. Yeah, that's for participation. Bye. See you next video, and share this video with your friends, and keep watching our forecast. Bye.